What I also wanted to bring forward was Kwantlen Polytechnic University and Langara College student societies. And I know that the minister and I, when I was in her office about a month ago, we touched on this topic about student unions, and I was told that it doesn't fall under her purview. It does, though, under the Minister of Finance. But I think it directly impacts the affordability of students to be able to afford post-secondary education when they're forced to pay their student fees, and then the student fees aren't being used appropriately in our institutions. And I know that the minister knows about this because letters have been sent from students from Kwantlen Polytechnic University and Langara College with deep concerns about their student unions. And I think there needs to be some changes made to this. And I think if we care about our students, that the minister will take these up with the proper authorities. And I know that you received information like this that talks about some of the remedies, and I'm going to go through some of the remedies until my time is up. Some of the remedies for the student unions is very simple, because the what is very interesting actually is that the Premier, who was then back in 2015 of November 18th when he was speaking to Langara College, he was the post-secondary critic at the time, and when he heard their concerns, this was his response, and I quote, "I am very concerned about the information you presented about what is happening at Langara. As an advocate for open government and transparency at all levels," end quote. 10 years ago, and no action. That is the concern. When somebody says something and doesn't follow through with it, and these students were hanging on every word, hoping that somebody would follow through and deal with these student unions. Some of these staff members in these student unions get paid as much as an MLA, and that's on the backs of our students and student loans, and it is absolutely reckless, and something needs to be done, and here's some of the remedies for this. The Premier needs to ask the BC Auditor General to perform a full audit of student societies for the past 5 years. Number 2, amend the BC Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act to cover student societies. The Premier needs to launch a comprehensive all-party public inquiry into the structure, powers of the BC student societies and their continued necessity, if any, or at least a public consultative process. This inquiry would produce a report with recommendations. Number 4, create a new standalone BC Student Societies Act. And number 5, Victoria urgently needs to legislate a hard cap on student society staffers, salaries, expenses, bonuses, and overtime. What is happening at these student unions is that staff members who have control of their finance, and nobody's checking on it, are loaning money to their friends without any payment back. And that's on the backs of our students, because our students have to pay the fee. They have no choice to pay the fee, but they're not getting their bang for their buck. And these two groups especially are reckless. We've known about it for 10 years. I'm hoping the ministry will take this to the Minister of Finance and once and for all deal with it, because our students are counting on us.